the live stream, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? Last night was pretty funny. I didn't keep up too much with the UFC and the White House and stuff like that. I was kind of busy hanging out with a couple people in the Discord. But what I will say is I did see lots of the clips this morning. They were pretty damn funny. A lot of people are saying the UFC is classless and that it doesn't represent America and all this other stuff, but I kind of just disagree with you. The UFC is absolutely an American sport. Absolutely, very pro-American sport. Now it's very famous because we have people all over the world that participate. We got all kinds of Russian, Slavic, English, all kinds of European people participating in the UFC. What's up, Boom? What's up, Kindred? Morning, morning. Late happy birthday to Trump. True that. Late happy birthday to Trump again. Morning, Uncle Andy. Morning. Happy late birthday to Donald J. Trump. I thought it was so funny last night. When the champion, the guy who won the UFC fight, I'm gonna post a lot of clips about it. So don't worry if you didn't see it or you can't find any of the videos I'm talking about because I have a lot of videos I'm gonna be posting today. Short videos, short videos, but there's also some long videos I want to put together as well about Israel and whatnot. But yeah, that's that. I mean, the winner of the UFC. I don't know who is actually fighting. To be fair with you, I'm not a UFC fighter, but the champion of the fighter literally got up and started screaming, "Michelle Obama is a man. Michelle Obama is a man." And I thought that was a great. I thought that was a great thing. I thought it was hilarious. The liberals were freaking out. They're like, how could a U.S. Sitting president allow someone to come on to the White House and fight UFC and call Michelle Obama a man? Because it's funny? Why not? Besides that, I don't think they got authorized for what they said or how they acted before they did it, even though they probably should have. But I thought it was funny. Funny enough not to care. Oh, free Chud the Builder. Free Chud the Builder. That is a hilarious profile picture, sir. Oh, I did not mean to pin your profile. I was trying to take a picture of that because that is actually funny. Free Chud the Builder. Free Chud. I love that. I love that profile picture, man. Do I think Chud was a racist? Maybe. Probably not. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, I'm not trying to say free him because he's a bad person. I'm trying to say free him because it looks like to me that was a cut and clear self-defense case. That looks like a cut and clear self-defense case to me. I don't care if people call you a bigot, a racist, a piece of crap. If you did honorable self-defense, you did honorable self-defense. The counter protest show with the liberals and James Fonda and Robert De Niro led a tiny group to a painful sing along. I did not see that. The craziest white man back in the morning. Hello, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you're talking about me or who you're talking about, but last night at the UFC, the funniest thing happened. I'm posting clips. I'm posting clips all day. There are so many clips that I could have got yesterday and posted them. But I'm gonna post them today anyway because the winner of the UFC fight got on stage and literally said that Michelle Obama is a man. And he thought it was the funniest thing to say after a win. He started laughing. He was giggling so hard. You don't even know the case, but the posts are wild of Chud. This guy, this Chud the Builder fan in my chats is being really weird. Really, really weird. Good morning, Bad Duck. The UFC fight was probably not the best fight, but I don't think it was white trash at all. It probably wasn't the best fighters, but I don't think it was I don't think it was bad at all. UFC is not white trash, and even if it is, I don't care then. If you wanna say it's white trash, then I guess our country's white trash. Morning, Mason. Morning, Burnell. Mason, you didn't need to time him out for so long. You coulda just gave him 10 seconds, brother. Good morning, Burnell. I'm just talking about the UFC fight last night. That thing was so funny. I didn't even watch the actual fight. I am watching some clips of it now, but the funny thing for me was the after they won the fight, the guy got on stage and started saying that Michelle Obama's a man. That's what he was saying on stage after he won the UFC fight. But hey, that was pretty spectacular. That was pretty that was pretty spectacular. That's gonna go down in history for a long, long time. I mean, that is crazy. I'm so glad the Democrats couldn't stop Donald J. Trump from getting his that was Michael, you're saying that was his name? Yeah, Big Mike. Yeah, I don't know which guy said that, but I'm gonna be posting the full video footage of the winner of the UFC when he starts celebrating and saying that it's Big Mike that I don't even know what he said. He just said Michelle Obama is a man, basically. That's pretty much all he said. Oh, we got a lot of angry Democrats here in this morning. It only took 2 seconds for me to look down and see about 20 angry Democrats in the chat section. It's Monday morning. Take a big, deep breath. You're going to make it through this week, I promise. I'm not weak and I'm not a coward. Why don't you just join my debate so we can have a good conversation? Democrats don't want to debate anymore. They rather just name call. Name calling is more effective for them. Name calling is much more effective for them. Well, I'm not a Democrat, so I didn't have to cover up my Nazi tattoo like Graham Plattner. Graham Plattner had to cover up his Nazi tattoo. And that's funny because y'all were calling Pete Hegseth's cross his Jerusalem cross. You were saying that the Jerusalem cross was a white supremacy symbol. No, I don't believe that's true. But anyway, good morning. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, get those likes way up there. People are just starting to come in here. Well, I mean, we have a couple memes we can share this morning with you guys. I thought that I thought that this was pretty funny, even though he was dragging out here. The number one comment says, little do they know that Trump was in the Epstein files for snitching. That comment has 6,000 likes on it. That's a pretty popular comment. Let's see. We got Harry Sisson in here crying. Oh yeah, here we go. He screams. This is Harry Sisson's crying baby reaction when he finds out this guy says Michelle Obama is a man. And that's that. So I'd be richer if the trillionaires didn't exist. I'd be faster if a Lamborghini didn't exist. Do y'all see? Do y'all see that? Let's see what other memes we got for this morning. You can't even see that. Remember when these things didn't have dicks? Damn it, I can't show any of these good memes. Let's see if I can show this one. Nope, I can't show this one either. Well, I guess that brings very few memes we can actually show on camera. Big Mike had his Adam's apple shaved. Oh, that's crazy. Big Mike must have had his Adam apple shaved. Do I think any of you are offended by this? I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it seems like a bunch of you guys are offended. Why would you be offended? Yeah, Democrats fought for pro-slavery. Republicans fought to free the slaves. Remember when Trump did release the files? Remember when Joe Biden and Barack Obama and George W. Bush never released any of those files? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that or not? I love President Trump. I don't even know what you're complaining about now. We got a lot of transvestites in these chats that are getting illogically angry. Like, hype, subscribe for more content. Hey, if you love the flag, spam Trump in the comment section. Graham, how would you feel if we just took all of Iran's oil as a spoil of war? I would think that was fantastic. I would love that. I would love that. That would be fantastic. We should just take all of Iran's oil for spoils of war. I love America too, but why would I say F Israel? What do I have against Israel? I'm not going to nitpick another country's government. Nitpicking another country's government just because you're anti Semitic literally makes no sense. Israel is anti Semitic, by the way. No, they're not. Israel gets our tax dollars. No, they don't. We're going to make an entire video today. I know I've been saying it for the last 4 days, but today we're going to make the video exposing the financial relationship between Israel and America. And if we are sending them more money than we're receiving, then we'll say it's a bad deal. We'll give it a deal ranking. How about that? What about $4.10? Is that your gas price? That's pretty damn good. Way lower than gas was under Joe Biden, right? $4.10. The price of your gas. You're a disgrace to white people? No, I am bringing the honor back that the white man used to have. The white man used to be proud of being white. I am proud of being a white, straight, heterosexual male. You don't have to be LGBTQ to be proud, but pride is a sin. I'm not showing pride, I'm being proud. $100 for half a gallon? Where, in Africa? 100 Kenyan dollars? 100 Kenyan dollars, or what are we talking about here? No transgender woman in women's restrooms. No trans in real women's restrooms. Why would we want that? Y'all out here saying Donald Trump's gross. Y'all are saying I'm gross, but y'all are perfectly fine when you see a transvestite get into a woman's bathroom. Oil down 4.4% today, even $83 a barrel. $100, a gallon in Cuba, maybe. Trans don't get any special rights. Y'all don't get rights to go into women's spaces. You're not going to get any special. Hey, let's debate. You want to debate? Join my Discord. I'll link you right now if you guys want to join all in. Abortion is murder, though. I saw someone say something about abortion in that comment section. Abortion is murder. If anyone wants to call in, they can join that debate right there, and they can call in and tell me why abortion is not murder when you're literally unaliving the baby. When you're literally unaliving the baby. When you take something or someone's life, it's called murder. Murder. It's really, really simple. Really, really simple. I love you too, Spider-Man. No, everything is not a social construct. Everything is not a social construct. There are sexes, there is male, and there is woman. So no, not everything is a freaking social construct. Stop taking drugs and thinking everything's a social construct. New news about Israel. Israel says defense minister won't withdraw from land seized in Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza. Well, why should they? Why should Israel withdraw from terrorist land seized in Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza? Why should we? Palestine doesn't exist. Really, nowhere exists. The minute you send a bomb or a rocket to another country, really nowhere exists. Thank you, man. God bless the USA. It's Veterans Day, guys. It's Veterans Day. Let's get the likes up to 100. We got 200 people in here. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you get the likes way up. Subscribe. Benjamin Netanyahu sends me $0. Israel sends me $0. APAC receives $0 from Israel. If it's the 250th anniversary of America in July, then why did Trump have his birthday yesterday? Well, Trump can't change his birthday. And it is the 250th anniversary. We might as well celebrate both and a little bit early. And even if Trump was using taxpayer dollars for his private birthday, I wouldn't care. Trump has made our country trillions and trillions of dollars. You welfare baby Democrats have done nothing for our economy but send your kids through school, the public school system, which you barely ever paid any taxes in the first place. And that's costing us $18,000 a year. I am still kind of mixed feelings on Iran receiving the $24 billion frozen in assets. I like that. I like the war, or whatever you want to call it, the military conflict that we had against Iran, but I think it ended a little bit prematurely. And I don't know if it's really a good idea for Trump to give Iran $24 billion. Fox News is to acquire Roku TV for $22 billion to create streaming and live content giant. So Fox News purchased Roku TV to create a streaming network for $22 billion. Hey, Fox News, if you want to sign me as a content creator, give me that $1 million check. You got that $22 billion deal to create Roku TV into a live streaming platform. So maybe if Fox News wants to, give some conservative YouTubers a contract, I don't think that call out on Michelle was needed. Yeah, I think it was needed. It was funny, and why not? Why not? Al Pritzker? Trump never mocked God. You Democrats spit in God's face every day and mock him. Big Mike is a man. They'll probably call out I Show Speed. What did I Show Speed do? We are Charlie Kirk. I'm 100% with you. Well, if you read the Bible, God is definitely not a woman. That's for sure. If God did have a sex or a gender, he would be a man because he's referred to our Father multiple times in the Bible. He's referred to as a man. God is a man. I agree with those comments. Listen, it's not free Palestine, but I don't want any of the women and children to be harmed. I don't want any of the women and children to be harmed, but I'm not going to say I support a two-state solution because I don't. But I don't want any of the women and children to have any problems or have their lives ruined or be unalived. That's horrible. But unfortunately, that's the casualties of war. But I still don't believe Israel's doing anything wrong. I've debated a lot of people about Israel, and I still don't believe they're doing anything wrong. It might be a little bit it might look wrong because they did a lot of self-defense. That was kind of, a lot, but W stream, I appreciate that. W chat, can we get the likes way, way up? Let's get them to 100. And if you want to debate me, you can join that Discord down below. And let's talk about Elon Musk for a second. I know we're kind of off topic. We're going all over the place, but Elon Musk is now a trillionaire. And I truly do believe he deserves $1 trillion. He worked for it, he earned it. He worked for it, he earned it. 100,000 people unalive, yeah, that was self-defense. Just like October 7th, we have to retaliate. We ain't just gonna let y'all walk by and do nothing about it. When Arabs and radical Islamists are screaming death to the Jews, we're not just gonna let y'all just walk away and nothing happen. Well, what did you really expect that? Elon Musk and Donald Trump are friends. I don't know what you're talking about. They've been actively hanging out all fucking year. No, I'm not Jewish, I'm Christian. No, America did not do 9/11. Yeah, last night's fight, I seen a clip of it. I didn't watch the whole thing to really keep up with it, but it was crazy. No, Trump does not suck. He's doing a fantastic job. Stock market is steadily rising. The stock market has increased by almost 40% since Donald J. Trump has got in office. We checked this out yesterday. The S&P 500, how much it went up since Donald Trump got into office? Almost 40%. So the stock market is way, way up. Even the gas prices in Florida are expensive, but they're still way cheaper than they were under Joe Biden. They're still way cheaper than they were under Joe Biden. Way, way cheaper. 60%. Let's see how many Americans own stocks. And yes, what does this guy said? The stock market doesn't put money into your pocket unless you trade. Yes, it does. You don't have to trade. Trading is probably the worst way and the most inconsistent way to build wealth in the stock market. 62% of all Americans own stocks. So don't say it doesn't affect anyone because 62% of our country owns stocks. So 156 million people in our country own stocks. 401k, yep. Lots of 401ks. That's what the majority of people hold their stocks in. Yes, I'm from Florida. Hey, what's up, brother? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, 62% of all Americans own stocks, with the stock market roughly going up 40% since 2025. So that means a lot of families' net worths went up about 40%. Gem stream found? That's fantastic, man. I hope you like and subscribe. 89 to 85% of the world believes in a good. So is it normal to be an atheist? And a god, you mean? 89 to 85% of the world believes in a god. So is it normal to be atheist? No, it's not normal to be atheist. Because if you're an atheist, you're in a minority. The largest religion is Islam. I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, no, you're right. The largest religion is Christianity. I thought Islam was bigger than Christianity. Christianity has 2.3 billion and Islam has 2 billion. So Christianity has almost 300 million more people. Hinduism still has 1.2 billion and Buddhism still has 300 million. Yeah, we are a bit larger, but they still have 2 billion Islamists. So we just have 300 million more people than them. Trump 2028. Yes, Donald J. Trump is in them Epstein files for snitching. Most people's net worth is tied to their house, but housing has become immensely expensive. Yeah, but the thing about people's houses are most people don't sell their houses. Everyone eventually sells their stocks for the most part. People sell their 401ks so they can use some of that money to live off of it. People eventually sell their stocks rather more quickly to live off the money. The money in the stock market is more liquid than it is in the housing market. The money in the stock market, you can pull your money out like that. You can pull your money out in 20 minutes. But in the housing market, it can take you a long time to buy and sell properties. Happy Veterans Month, everyone. Happy Veterans Month. Obama and Biden's secretary trafficked 500 children, 500K children from the Mexican border. Yeah, no, that was the Biden Kamala administration. The Biden Kamala Harris administration allowed 480,000 children to go missing at the border. And then they sat there and pretended like they gave a damn about Epstein. They didn't release the Epstein files before. In fact, they lied to you and said that the 480,000 children are not missing. Well, why did Trump find about 50,000 of those 500,000 missing children? If those 500,000 missing children ain't real, then why did Donald J. Trump find 50,000 of them? Military Appreciation Month, the pride of he be president, and he's already served 8 years. He hasn't served 8 years in 2028. I support I support ICE too. How can you not support ICE? ICE catches more human traffickers than any other policing organization in the world. In the world, ICE catches more rapists, more PDF files, more criminals than any single policing organization in the world. And you Democrats are telling me you want me to get rid of the grape police? I ain't gonna get rid of the grape police. No. I love ice in my drink. I love ice with everything. Literally everything. Why not? There's nothing wrong with a cold drink. I'm not homophobic. Why would I be scared of a gay person? If I saw a gay person walking down the street and a straight person walking down the street, I would probably show more fear towards the straight person than the gay person. Because gays are feminine and they tend to be less violent in a lot of circumstances than straight men. Sadly, the one criminal they don't arrest and report is the domestic terrorist Democrats. Yeah. If you guys want to debate, join that Discord down below. Because pride is a sin. I'm not hating on Pride Month. I know pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Lesbian women may or may not be more violent. I could imagine that being true. Being lesbian doesn't make you stronger. So no, lesbian women are not stronger. Your sexuality doesn't change your physical strength. Just because you become gay doesn't mean you all of a sudden get some massive women strength. You're still gonna be as strong as a regular woman just because you're a lesbian woman. Doesn't mean nothing. That's the same thing with a transgender man. You'll always be a woman. A transgender man, it doesn't matter how much testosterone you take. It does not matter. If you're a transgender man and you try to shake my hand, you're gonna feel it in your hands. Because you're a woman, I'm a man. So if I shake your hand's gonna hurt. That's the way it is. Would you support Pride Month if it wasn't called Pride Month? That absolutely is a good question. The answer is no, because homosexuality is not a good influence on the younger generations. Homosexuality is not a good thing on younger generations. I say normal women are stronger. They are pregnant and have babies. Lesbians just scissor. Yeah, I agree with that. I think regular women are stronger than lesbians. Well, if you're loving Yeah, homosexuality is also a sin. Pride Month, never heard of it. That's what I'm saying. I never heard of it. Y'all can ask me if I would still support Pride Month even if it wasn't gay. No, I mean if it wasn't gay, I would support it. If Pride Month wasn't LGBTQ and it wasn't called Pride Month, then I would support it. But even if it was called LGBTQ month, I would still not support it. Anyone can be selfish. I'm not going to say it's one group of people or not. But can we get the likes way, way, way up there? Listen, I don't give a damn if you think I got grinder. If you think I'm gay, that probably most likely means that you're a homosexual. Because why are you even thinking about me being gay? That just means that you're probably gay. I love Trump because he's a man of his word and a badass American. A badass American. Trump is making this whole economy boom and go through the roof. The stock market, 60% of Americans own stocks. So don't sit here and tell me that that's not benefiting America. I'm not saying it's the true reflection of the economy. I don't think the stock market has anything to do with the strength of the economy. But what I am saying is the stock market went up about 40%. So if you got a 401k, your 401k could be up anywhere between 20 to 40% in the last year. 20 to 40% in your 401k retirement accounts. You can't lie to me and tell me that doesn't help a lot of American families and a lot of retirees. But you guys can join that Discord down below if you want to debate. Well, if you want to see a true reflection of the economy, we can talk about that too. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had throughout history. What does this guy say? But get the likes way, way up. Pride Month, I do believe, is an issue. In Russia, where they label LGBTQ as domestic terrorists, do I think that's overkill? You want my honest opinion? Do I think how Russia labels their LGBTQ is bad? No, I don't think it's bad. I think they label them that. That way, if you're homosexual, you gotta keep it in your bedroom. In Russia, you can't just be holding that rainbow flag downtown and doing all this butt stuff in front of kids. In Russia, you can't do that. That stuff has you labeled as a terrorist. Because if you were doing homosexual acts, drag queen story times, you are a terrorist to the youth. So I will say, I do probably agree with Vladimir Putin labeling the LGBTQ people as the organization as terrorists. But I do not think lesbian, gay people, bisexuals, or trans are terrorists. I do not think that they're individually terrorists. There are plenty of LGBTQ folks that are not terrorists that are great people. But the actual organization, the LGBTQ organization, I believe that organization is a terrorist organization. Why? Because they're trying to lower the birth rates and the population size. Gas prices are down 17% ever since this morning. I'm tired of spending 120 to fill up my gas guzzling GT 500. Well, I mean, it's gas guzzling. Yeah, your 401k going up is good. Can't sit here and tell me the Trump economy is that bad. No, ICE is not terrorists. ICE are American heroes. They're deporting illegal alien criminal bastards. Why would they be terrorists? They don't hurt the youth. Crypto is going back up too, apparently. But they don't hurt the youth. ICE doesn't hurt the youth. All they do is save the youth. They protect the youth from rapists and all that stuff. 4 miles per the gallon? Holy crap. Tom says his Lamborghini. Is this a troll? No, this is 100% serious. Can we get to 200 likes? We got quite a few people in here. Can you guys at least subscribe? Let's see what else we can find. Australia's richest person buys $1 billion in SpaceX stock? That's crazy. Let's take a look at SpaceX stock. Let me tell you if Elon Musk is a multi-trillionaire yet. Multi-trillionaire. Let's see if SpaceX stock made our boy Elon Musk a multi-trillionaire yet. Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. No, SpaceX stock is roughly around the same as it was last week. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. It helps out the channel big time. Like, subscribe, share. If each illegal alien immigrant cost us an average of $65,000 a year, there is 20 million of them in the United States. That would be $1 trillion lost. And if the premise is true, 65,000 multiplied by 20 million people mathematically equals $1.3 trillion a year that illegal alien immigrants are costing us. So they got to go. They're the scum of the earth. Hillary gave Gates the clap, probably. Musk is estimated at $900 billion. There are trillionaires on Earth. We just can't prove it. I believe that too. Some of those oil people definitely are trillionaires. 41 million are here. I don't go with low estimates. Okay. 41 million illegal alien immigrants are here. We got to deport them. I never heard that number in my life, other than from people that are just being skeptical. An outside UFC event is just dumb. No temp control. I mean, it's not that bad. What was the temperature last night in Washington, D.C.? Let's see, Washington, D.C. weather. It's 79 degrees. They'll be okay. It was 60 degrees last night at the UFC event. They'll be fine. It was 65 degrees. They can put on a jacket and watch the event. They'll be fine. Most people don't even really need a jacket for that. Prove you're an American? Well, I don't have my passport sitting next to me. I have my driver's license, but I ain't gonna show you that. Who's not American? Who are y'all talking about in the comment section now? Deport all the illegal alien immigrants. Why would you deport me? I've lived in 3 different countries, and I came to every single one of those countries legally, not like a criminal scum. That is crazy. 104 and wore an all leather jacket. You must be really a Florida boy, because that's what Florida people do. Donald J. Trump says France must scrap a tech sales tax on America, or they're going to face a 100% wine tariff. I mean, how many times does Trump have to threaten Macron with this? Stop trying to scam us. Trump is going to be president in 2028. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? You like the heat because you're a man? I don't know, man. 104 is crazy. 104 is way too hot for me. Well, we got 78 likes. Can we get up to 100 plus likes, guys? And if y'all got any questions, comments, or just want to piss off some of these libtards in chat that are getting angry this morning about Israel, you can drop a super chat. Do I support ICE? Absolutely. Do I support California's government? Absolutely not. Y'all are crazy talking about 104. The hottest water, I went into a hot spring one time that was 125. That shit was literally so hot that it stung your body. Like I put my foot in there, it was so hot I couldn't even literally take my foot out of the water. I had to grab my foot physically and take it out of the hot water. That's how hot it was. I couldn't even move my leg out of that water. Love from Tel Aviv, Israel. Shout out Israel, man. Shout out Israel. A basic mental health screening required to vote would end the left permanently. Yeah, I would probably have to agree with you on that. Deport all the illegals. Keyword illegals. This isn't even controversial. If the Democrats could at least agree on deportation, maybe I could say that their party is not just evil. But they don't do anything for anyone. The Democrat Party, they used to do some good things. Like, I believe the Democrat Party is the one that got rid of the lead paint. if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was in the 60s or the 70s when they got rid of the lead paint. That was because of Democrat politicians. Democrat politicians used to be the ones that were protecting us from the harmful stuff. Like anytime something was harmful, Democrats would find out about it and get it canceled and help us. But now they're just all evil. They're trying to poison us. They used to actually be trying to save our lives from the poison, but now they're trying to poison us. UFC freedom fight was amazing last night. Hot kit. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I love immigrants. I'm an immigrant myself. I've lived in 3 different countries. So telling me that I hate immigrants is not going to work with a guy like me. You can call other MAGA bigot, racist, xenophobe, all those other things and saying that we hate immigration, but that's not going to work with me, honey, because I've been to 3 other countries. I've lived outside of the USA for years and years and years and years. I can tell you that, I like immigration. I think immigration is a positivity for society. But most illegal alien immigrants are net negative on average. Doesn't work on any of us, to be honest. I'll have to agree. Doesn't work on any of Trump supporters, really. You can try to call them a bigot or racist. They'll probably tell you that their wife is black, or maybe they'll tell you that their son is half Mexican or something. I don't know. Time on my side says I'm a firstborn American. On my uh, legally immigrated mom's side, love immigration. I hate illegals. Highest heat I've ever felt was 125 degrees in Africa. You went to Africa, my boy? That was crazy. It was brutal. Try working for that in 14 hours while in a hot ass uniform. Dude, that is crazy. I didn't even know you went to Africa. Libtards wanted another trans parade. I'm sure of it. You've been to Africa 5 times. What countries you been to? What countries you been to? Well, then don't watch them. If you think YouTube political streamers are a drain on society, why are you watching them? Most of them do better than you, if you really want to think about it. But maybe that's why you don't like them. But let's get the likes way, way up. Shout out Japan. Mexico is cool too. I would go out there and visit Mexico if y'all didn't have the cartel out there. And hell, maybe I'll go out there and visit Mexico with some cartel members to protect me. That way I can actually do a documentary or something. I don't know. Egypt and GDG body. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that second place is, but I know where Egypt is. And I thought I knew. I thought I knew a little bit of African geography, but I guess not. Apparently not. But let's get the likes way, way up there, guys. We do. We love everybody. Once again, still don't hate immigrants. Still love ICE. Why do I love ICE? Because they deport more, rapists and criminals. They catch more rapists and kid diddlers than anyone else in the world. Any other policing organization in the world. ICE catches more kid diddlers than them. So you're lying. That ain't Eastern Africa. You're trolling me right now. There's no East African country called Djibouti. Stop saying libtards. It's beneath you. I'll say whatever I want. It's a free country. I'll say whatever I want. And when someone tells me not to say something, I'll probably even say it more. You're lying, brother. You're lying. There is no way. There's no way there's a place called that. Okay, okay. Let me look at it again. If I find out this is some kind of oh my god, it really is a real country. It really dude, it looks like I'm looking at my computer right now. It kind of looks like Egypt. Is it next to Egypt? I've never heard of this country ever. Why the fuck is our military there? Why is our military out there in East Africa? I'm honestly confused now. That's right. That's literally the micro country right across from Yemen. I'll check the bait voice chat after the stream. If you want me to check it right now, drop me like a $50 super chat or something and I can add you in. But you have to go through a vetting process. Our military is everywhere. Shh. Trump Bunny said libtard about 100 times. Do I do any call-ins on live? Absolutely, if you want to drop a $50 super chat. But we normally do call-ins in the evening. We don't do call-ins so much in the morning. In the morning, we find people that wanna, if you want to debate for free, you can. You just have to join that Discord link right down below. You have to go through a vetting process. We have to figure out your story, who you are exactly, yada 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 yada. And you have to join that Discord to do all of it. Well, who suffers in war? People go into war, a lot of times willingly or because they want to fight for their country. Call-ins when I'm asleep? Bruh, I wanna talk some shit. You sleep at we ain't even doing that late. We're doing, like, call-ins at 5 PM, 6 PM, 7 PM. Or like I said, if anyone in the chat wants to drop a 50, we'll let you call in. We're fair, man. Everything has its price, right? You can pretty much have anything you want. Fight for the country? Yeah, I am fighting for the country against these demon rats. They're trying to take over the country right now. They're trying to unalive conservatives and Republicans. They're making death threats because they don't like us pointing out the facts, and they try to silence us in multiple ways. Do you truly believe everyone ICE catches is a criminal? 99.8% of the time. There might be a 0.02% error rate of US citizens being detained and then released. But guess what? I really don't care about the US citizens being detained and released. I've been detained by the police and released too. I didn't cry about it like a little bitch for 12 months in a row. Oh, you take your medication and pass out at 6. I completely get that. I get you. How do I feel about LGBTQ people? I feel like they should leave the children alone. That's what I feel like. You're talking to sadistic killers? Probably. The guy who shot Trump was a Democrat. Multiple times was a Democrat. How can you even sit here with a straight face and tell me it was a Republican? You just gotta be a troll. If they weren't criminals, ICE would release them anyway. Take your damn seizure medication and don't be drinking so much with your seizure medication. If you really need to, take some medication and you're a veteran, I would not recommend taking a handful of pills. If you absolutely have to take something, you can take that green stuff for veterans. Definitely not a YouTube plant. Definitely not a YouTube plant. I had to grind to get to this amount of subscribers. So definitely not a YouTube plant. You're drinking gin at the moment. Gin is actually pretty decent. I do like gin. Ever since last year where I drank gin a little bit during the summer. That's when I started drinking it, really. Vodka, in my opinion, is better, but it tastes like shit. He said gin is nasty as fuck. Gin actually might be a little bit more palatable than vodka. Tito's is alright. Grey Goose is trash, though. Grey Goose is trash. Like drinking sandpaper to drink gin vodka is the best. What Supreme Court winning happened today for MAGA? Here, let's take a look. I mean, I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see too much. Oh, here we go. Trump says Benjamin Netanyahu almost derailed U.S. Iran agreement. And they should thank the USA for reaching the deal. The man in you says that gin is the best. What can I say? Trump does not suck. The economy's doing fantastic. When your economy, when you still can't pay your bills and a Democrat is in office, I want you to keep that same energy. Because if you can't pay your bills now that Trump is in office, how are you going to pay your bills when a Democrat is in office? That's not going to change anything for you. If anything, it's going to make it harder for you to pay your bills. Oh, that's crazy. Rubbing alcohol definitely does not taste better than gin. Jeremy, only idiots leave idiot comments like that. Enjoy your 24-hour timeout. Adios. No spamming. I think I've heard that before. Rubbing alcohol makes you blind if you drink it. Gin with cranberry juice is, I'm not a big fan of cranberry juice. I'm going to be in my Discord in about 10 minutes, brother, so you can wait. You can wait. Especially if you don't got money for the $50 super chat. You can wait. You drank about everything and it's so far about the worst. What about absinthe? Absinthe tastes way worse than vodka or gin. That stuff that's like 100 proof. Brother, Democrats help with pride and stuff. Pride is a sin. What do you not understand? Pride is not good. I am a Republican, technically, but there are things with the Democrats I can agree with. Absinthe, I would say, tastes way worse than gin. Moonshine also can taste way worse than gin. It depends what moonshine, what kind of moonshine. Oh, you made a new channel. You switched your backup account. I appreciate the effort. Only losers make multiple accounts to troll on someone's page. No one's hateful here. You're just crying because you can't get over my masculines. My testosterone offends you. It offends you because it does not say comply, comply, comply like your estrogen says. Your estrogen says, I'm going to comply. I'm going to comply. But that's not what my testosterone says. Let's get those likes up, though. We're almost to 100 likes. I want to see it. I want to see it, team. Let's see what's going on with the G7. They're just going to probably tell me Canada's in a recession again. Well, still in a recession. I don't see anything about Canada. Well, I probably would have to agree that there is a bubble in the economy built on overinflated AI stocks, but I don't think that's the whole economy. I mean, the whole economy is really fake. It doesn't really exist in the first place. Oh, you're a trans woman. There's no such thing as a trans woman. But I would love to have a conversation with you. Maybe you can change my mind and I can get your perspective. But I've only really ever heard of real women. I don't even know what a trans woman is. All I know is if you're not born a woman, you're not a woman. That's what they taught me in biology class. That's what they taught me in biology class. Michelle Obama is a man. Join the Discord if you want to debate. It's not transphobia. I'm not scared of a trans person. I'm not afraid of a trans person. Big Mike. Big Mike. If a trans woman is a woman, why do they call her trans? Shouldn't they just call her a woman? Like I said, I would love to debate any of you trans, LGBTQ folks, you furry lovers, you gay lovers, you trans lovers. Join that Discord down below. Completely free, I will debate you. Or if you like to wear a furry costume, let's debate. I want to know why you're so fucking weird. I want to hear a conversation. Well, if I was obsessed with trans women, hypothetically, wouldn't I be obsessed with men? Wouldn't that just make me a homosexual? Big Mike? Nah, Big Josh. Definitely there's roller coasters I legally cannot ride. Yeah. The Discord link says expired. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Unless one of the moderators are going to be generous enough to send you a Discord link, I guess you're out of luck. You can try that Discord link again. Oh, she-males and femboys? That shit is gross. You are lucky you don't know where I live. Because then I would have then I would have somewhere in the ground to put you. I can make a nice hole 6 or 7 feet in the ground to bury some good stuff. Time on my side sent that Discord link, so you guys can join it. You're not even disagreeing, you're just crying. If you cry on my channel, yeah, you're gonna get kicked out. Like, it's really that simple. Get those likes way, way, way up. I literally have been shaving every single day, so if you think that this is a mustache, then I guess you've never seen, a 5 o'clock shadow at 10 a.m. One more, we're to 100 likes. Thank you, chat. Thank you, W chat. But we didn't get 100 subscribers, so can y'all subscribe too? I appreciate that, Derek. Y'all are being weird in the chat. Maybe I have to go to all funding. A lot of gay Democrats in chat. Why do gay Democrats always obsessed about other men? Is it because they're homosexual? That's why they care about other men's facial features so much? Because it's really fucking creepy to talk about another man's fucking beard. Like, if you came up to me in real life and started talking about my facial features, you're probably gonna you're probably gonna have to go to the hospital. I'll just put it like that. You'll probably have to go to the hospital. I would put my right hand to God and say you would have to go to the hospital. Probably stub your toe or fall and trip down the stairs. Who knows? Wasn't me. I can talk about whoever I want to, and if you don't like it, come and try to stop me. Trans people are, they should not go into women's bathrooms. That is disgusting. That is sick. That is fucked up. And many men will put themselves in the way of possibly going to prison over this type of shit. So y'all out there think it's all slick and nasty and nice that it's your fucking weirdo month? Well, next time that you're a transgender woman and you try to go into a woman's bathroom and someone like me that's 6'5" is there, you probably will think twice. I guarantee you'll think twice. Or the next time there's a U.S. Army veteran or a U.S. Navy veteran or a U.S. Air Force veteran in front of that woman's bathroom's door or near that woman's bathroom in the area when they see a man walking in, there's going to be a problem. That is facts, Element. That is facts. Trans woman and trans man do not actually go out of their way to harass people. If they don't go out of their way to harass people, then there's going to be no problem. If you're LGBTQ and you don't go out of your way to harass people, you don't have an issue with me, and I don't have an issue with you. But if you are one of those LGBTQ people, if you are a man going into a woman's bathroom, you are going to have an issue. There's no other way I can put it for you. And Democrats are the ones that love to grape and abuse, not Republicans. So I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit. Democrats were literally the slave owners. Y'all were graping your own slaves. Democrats have a grape culture that's probably older than this country. Like, what? Calling a Republican a grapist is hilariously ironic. Democrats graped black slaves for 250 fucking years. And now all of a sudden Republicans are the ones that are the bad people? You Democrats graped your own slaves. Your Democrat plantations, you graped every single day. Every single day. Your Democrat ancestors did the same thing too. Your Democrat ancestors did the same thing. White man graping on those black slaves. Yeah, that's right. Your Democrat ancestors did that. So, yes, Democrats have a history of grape. That is a fact. That is a fact. Democrats are evil. Case closed. Be there or be a Democrat? Well, I'll have to be there then. 11:10 my time. You're not fighting for human rights. You literally do nothing. Commenting on someone's YouTube page is not fighting for human rights. Neither is standing outside screaming at the top of your lungs. You're not changing anything. You absolutely do nothing. You don't even have a message that's being spread. At least I actually have a message that's being heard and that's being spread right now. You just have bullshit. You don't got nothing. You're doing nothing for nobody. You're doing nothing for human rights. You're doing nothing for the LGBTQ. You're doing nothing. That's the problem with the Democrat Party. They always think they're doing something when they're doing nothing. They said they're Jimmy Carter's cousin, Cap. Well, not to brag, but my own mama told me that I was Jimmy Carter's cousin. That I was his great. Someone in the comment section is saying that, but my mama got told that from her mama. And also, my mama literally met a Jimmy Carter's wife before. So I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we related, maybe we not related. But I can tell you that my mom did meet Jimmy Carter's wife when she was young. So I don't know if we're really related. It's not like we got invited to a bunch of the Jimmy Carter's dinners or anything. It's just when my mom was a kid, maybe, in her teenage years, maybe a little bit younger than that, she went to a dinner with Jimmy Carter and his wife. And apparently that was because we're like third or fourth cousins to the Carter family. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's true because my mom's mom, my nana, my grandma, she also told me that we were Native American, and that was a lie. My mom's mom is from England, English, and she was telling us that we're Native American. She just doesn't know her own history, really. But we are English. We're not, we're English and I'm English and Russian or Slavic or whatever you want to call it. Jimmy Dean liked the breakfast sandwiches, was my uncle's neighbor, waterfront property down here. He was an asshole. That's funny. That's funny. But like, subscribe, share. Democrats have made your beds. Now lie in them. Now lie in them. Lie in your bed, Democrats. Get those likes way up there, guys. Get those likes way up there. Settlers built America, not immigrants. Settlers. There's a difference between settlers and immigrants. Immigrants are people that move to an existing nation. Settlers are people that take an area that might have some people in there and they either kick them out, take the land, or they conquer the land for the first time themselves. So who knows? Immigrants are not settlers. I literally just explained you the difference between immigrants and settlers. Are you fucking stupid? Robert E. Lee's headquarters during the war is quite literally in my hometown. It's a museum now. These colors don't run. I'm 100% with you. I love Robert E. Lee. And when I talk about it, I get called a racist and all this stuff. He was a great general and he did a lot for the South. He did a lot for Virginia. He did a lot for the state of Florida. He did a lot in general. Literally, the county I grew up in was called Lee County. Lee County. So it was literally named after General Lee. So allowing incest is great. I don't know. Ask those radical Muslims that you are allowing to immigrate into our United States of America. What do you want me to say? Lee was a horse, great, envied the Union. Slaves were owned by rich people, not only white people. Slaves were also freed by a white man. Only 2% of whites owned slaves at the time. And not to mention, a black man owned my great granddaddy. So my granddaddy was a slave to a black man inside of America. Y'all think that's okay? Y'all really think that's okay that my great granddaddy was a slave to a black man? Y'all always screaming about slavery and reparations inside the United States. When am I gonna get my reparations? Okay, maybe my great granddaddy wasn't a white slave to a black man, but it did happen in the United States of America. The first slave owner in America was black. Do I have black blood? Nope. I have 100% white blood and I'm proud of it. No black blood here. White people have been slaves. I'm not out here writing about it, but they're not ready for that conversation. For thousands of years, the white man was a slave. I come from a long ancestry of slaves. Y'all blacks have know nothing about that. Know nothing about that. But can we get the likes way up there? Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe. Get those likes up there. I'm about to hop off out of here. So if you guys have any final questions, comments, anything you fellas want to talk about, feel free to drop some super chat questions, comments. If not, we'll probably be back around 2 or 3 on stream. Yeah, I know there's black Russians, but they're not really Russian. They have the nationality of Russian. They're not genetically, ethnically Russian. Slaves still exist. They're called liberals. Yeah, there are slaves in Africa too. Lots of slaves in Africa. So that's the facts there too. MAGA is stealing the spotlight. You couldn't buy a super chat? Try closing it and loading it again. Sean saying he couldn't buy a super chat. On my end, it says I can buy a super chat. So it's definitely working. I have your channel pulled open already, Josh. I'm watching. You gotta keep your streams up though on your page. Oh, you have one post on there. I'm ending probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. 99% of the time, the super chat fails due to verbiage. Yeah, it does fail a lot because of the verbiage. Yeah, most of the super chats fail because you have to change a word or two. I did not witness the Charlie Kirk situation up close. No. Josh is going live now. I have your channel pulled open. I'll watch. Liberals committed a generational political suicide and too stupid to know it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But join the Discord if you want to have a conversation with me, if you guys want to debate with me, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna go hop out of here now because there's some more posts I want to post and I have lots of stuff to do today. So God bless you guys. God bless you. Morning, everybody. Morning. Afternoon, morning. God bless you all. Join the Discord down below. And I'm gonna be hopping out of here. If anyone, oh, some demon crats in chat. I see. 0% liberal, your profile picture. That's funny. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you guys. Adios.